Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are doing a review on the Jellais, but really only the light and the dark ones. We're going to quickly go over the fire, water, and wood ones just to sort of make it complete, but none of them are really worth going for, except for the light and dark. This is most likely the next rebirth unit. I can't be totally certain, but they did sort of ninja add them to the Astro Guide, the light and dark ones, so it's very possible that they will be the next rebirth unit, and that would be awesome because the light and dark ones are actually both pretty good. The light one is exceptionally good, but yeah, really hoping they're the next rebirth unit because I really want to get my hands on a light one. Quickly, we're going to go over the three base elements. The fire one is probably the best out of the three because it at least has HP Siphon. You know, it's kind of like a budget Wild Fang or a budget Fire Vampire, I guess. It is easy to evo because it's a natural 3-star. You can get it often in eggs and such, and now I guess in rebirth, maybe, probably. Its 5-star skill is kind of useless though, 40% petrify, 1 turn, so yeah, definitely not interesting there. But for like a Golem B9 team, she definitely might fit in there because of the HP Siphon if you can get her attack up high enough. I'm not really going to go over gym sets either for these three because honestly with rebirth coming around, you definitely want to try and get a light or dark one anyway. Water one has Shield Break and Adrenaline. Shield Break is an extremely niche skill, so definitely don't like to see that on a unit, and Adrenaline is 5% of own max HP. It is a tank, but that should be sort of reserved for a 3-star skill in my opinion, or at least bumped up to 10%, so a very weak 5-star skill as well. And the wood one has 60% attack down for a single turn, and then recovery down on the 5-star, so again, not very good skills. But we're going to be going on to the light and dark ones now, which are very interesting. The light one especially, it's an attacker type. It has 100% chance 2-turn seal on a critical hit, so amazingly useful for Astromon League. And then on its 5-star skill, critical hits lower the enemy's defense for 2 turns. This is worded very interestingly, very weird. I'm not sure if that means it maybe cannot be resisted, because it doesn't say 100% chance. It simply says lowers the enemy's defense, period. So I'm not too sure. That's kind of a thought, kind of a theory. I guess we'll have to see. Maybe it's just worded weird, but there is absolutely no percentage here. Like, even if it was the normal 100% chance and the possibility to be resisted with resist, it still would be very interesting because it's technically 100% chance as long as you get that crit rate up to 100, which you definitely should because of its first skill as well. And it being an attacker type, it should be able to do a lot of damage as well. So very awesome, interesting unit here. Really hope to get my hands on one. Tons of snowies left from the event. Decided not to go for Leon, but I guess that would have just needed the one Evo 3. I didn't do a single one of the snowy fusions, didn't have any of them, and then wasn't really interested in Leon anyway. But that's beside the point. Amazing skills. The leader skill is kind of useless. It's only for Chaos Tower, and later in the game you will have absolutely no issue clearing it. So maybe if you are still a bit lower level, this skill will come in handy, but then we also have Pebble, which increases HP everywhere, so not too sure. Leader skill definitely isn't really interesting to me, but its skills are dope. Looking at its stats, obviously pretty low HP, high attack, low defense, low recovery, so it's an attacker, of course it's going to have these types of stats. But even though it does need so much critical and it is an attacker, I probably wouldn't recommend going the typical Ruin set attack crit rate, because she definitely is a debuffer, as you can see, seal and defense down. I would go with a similar set though, and that would be crit rate, attack, HP, and the Ruin set, or intuition set. If you cannot get at least to 90-95% crit rate, definitely go with the intuition set to bump it to 100 or above, because she desperately relies on critical. Both of her skills need critical to work, so that is by far the most important stat there. HP for survivability, I just prefer HP now instead of defense, and she's pretty low on both stats anyway, so I guess it wouldn't really matter all that much. Here's the variant form. Kind of like all lights go to this weird bluish sort of stuff going on there. But yeah, that's the light one. All around pretty epic unit for sure if you can get that crit rate high enough. Yeah, we're going to be moving on to the dark one now. Dark one is actually quite interesting as well. I would say it's pretty much like a Dark Jack, so if you weren't able to get a Dark Jack in the last event, this is definitely a good opportunity to get one that's very similar. Same 3-star skill, restores allies HP 5% of own max HP. She won't be quite as powerful in this regard as Darkjack because she is a balance type and not a tank, but definitely a good replacement. And then her 5-star skill is HP Aggression. Never really was a fan of HP Aggression. I can't tell how much damage she will really be able to do. I'm very curious as to why she is a balance type when both of her skills rely on HP, especially Aggression, but Adrenaline as well. So it's kind of weird. Maybe they didn't want to make her too powerful as a rebirth unit. I'm not too sure, but it is quite strange. Regardless, I would say she's a very powerful unit anyway. Probably not top priority if you do have a Darkjack, because she is very similar in that regard, but if you want another Darkjack-like unit, then also that would be a good opportunity. But yeah, besides that, she doesn't really bring anything to the table, but this 3-star skill can be very powerful. So enough with that. How I would gem her is completely full HP. As for the set, I would recommend either the HP set or the resist set, or just try and get a lot of good resist substats. But yeah, she definitely needs HP, lots and lots of HP. It's the only stat you should really be focusing on in my opinion, and also try and get some resist in there. Personally, I think the light one is by far the best. I'd say she can be pretty much used everywhere because of the defense down as well. Practically 100% chance, I guess, if you can get that crit rate up. And considering its wording, maybe it can't even be resisted. I don't know. It simply says lowers the enemy's defense. Not 100% chance, just lowers, period. Kind of weird. Guess we'll have to do some testing, because I mean, if we just look at like Wood Wildfang, for example, it says critical hits have a 100% chance to petrify. But yeah, enough with that. We'll have to see. Maybe they just worded it weird. Maybe it really can't be resisted. Who knows? But yeah, I guess that'll do it for the Jellai review. Basically just wanted to go over the light dark ones. Really hoping they're going to be in the rebirth list. I'm not going to do any more rebirth. As you can see here, I have a lot of units saved up, mostly snowies here. Just full of snowies in my inventory. So that should put us off to a good start. Hopefully I'll have a little bit better luck next month in rebirth, because this rebirth I didn't get a single Victoria, even though I did tons and tons of rebirths. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see. What do you guys think about the Jellions? I know no one has them yet, so I'm not even going to ask that. Well, actually, that may not be true. They may be summonable through the light dark eggs already. Well, it does say it can be summoned. Oh yeah, and here's the variant dark version. Forgot to show that, even though you can just go in the game and look at it yourself anyway, but yeah. But really, that is where I'm wrapping up the video for now. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comments below. Also, make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.